Okay, so in spite of computer issues today, we're starting our Festival of Chimes and Lights Committee meeting, November 22nd. We're working on the details of our Festival of Chimes and Lights event. And so far, let's see, we have Kathy here, Rita. We have police represented. Yay, thank you for attending. And let's see, I think maybe we can hear an update first on the traffic control company. Have you heard anything, Janine?
I have not. Brandy's been the one who's been corresponding back and forth, so I'm not sure where she's at right now, and she's not here today.
Okay.
I can follow up with her, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's all a go, and I think that Public Works will probably need to touch base with them this week or the beginning of next, just to coordinate whatever they need to do with that. Let's see. The event starts at 5. I know that we're setting up sometime between 4 and 4:30. We're going to be having an RV downtown that's going to be parked on the sidewalk and in the parking area in front of the empty lot, kind of over by Kitsap Bank's drive-through. And it's probably going to be a truck with an RV trailer of sort. And that is where Santa will be, is inside. And he will be waving at the crowd as they go by. It'll be a stationary thing. And the RV is being used from the Kitsap RV. And they're going to be staging that truck probably sometime around 4. And so that's something to note. Across the street from there in the empty lot, 640 Bay Street, there will be the old vintage fire truck. And that will be all lit up. And that is kind of a gift of use from Terry Bontrager. And the Saints Car Club is taking care of all the details of that. So all of the power for that area will be coming from the Jeffcoat residence, which this has all been approved. I know Public Works has been down there to take care of opening up a gate area to allow that fire truck to be moved in. That will also be happening probably mid to late afternoon on the 4th. So those two things, those two staging will take place on the 4th. So we'll be watching for that, and I'll send more details as I've got the information. Let's see what else. We've pretty much got the lights up downtown. I see that we have a snag with something over on the north side. We're going to try to fix that. Janine, has that been fixed to your knowledge? Do you know?
So Bill actually came to me not that long ago and said he believes it's because there's a couple people who did not use LED lights, and he says he believes it's tripping the power. So he's going down there to figure out who all does not have LED lights, and I'm going to be reaching out to them.
Oh,
yeah.
Has LED
went on. I know which tree then. Okay, gotcha. All right, so it's a power surge problem. Okay. So that can be remedied pretty quickly. I'll make sure that information goes out. Okay. The tree is up, looking gorgeous. And how is Public Works doing with getting lights up? Do you know? It looks like quite a few of them are up.
Yeah, in another conversation Bill had was they are currently putting up the lights right now. They're continuing to do it today and tomorrow, I believe. And he said there was quite a few that could not be used, but they were easily to, get new ones and replace them. But yeah, they are working on getting more lights up. And some of the garlands, I think he said he was putting some up on the bridge, the pedestrian bridge.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's very cool. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I heard from the mayor too, that there's probably going to be more lights added to Rockwell Park. There are single strands in those trees, but they're working on that. I see that Kareen's here. Kareen, hello. Are you going to stay on mute? Hi, Rita.
Hi.
Okay, Kareen, I just heard, and you missed it, that we have an issue on your side of the block where there are some lights that are not LED. And so it's too large of a draw, and that's what's causing that breaker to go. So that's, Bill will be down there trying to work that out. Okay, let's see. The police are here. What do you need to know? Anything?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like there's been some changes to the plan. We need to have an updated map with the additional things to be seen. I mean, again, as we saw in Wisconsin yesterday, these events, even if they aren't targeted, can have problems. So it would be very helpful for us, especially as we continue to get closer and closer, that if there are more changes coming, that we have updated maps so that we know where potential problems may be.
Okay. By maps, you mean traffic flow?
Well, no, I mean, this is the first that I've heard that we are going to have Santa, and now he's in an RV, and then we've got another, the fire truck that's now going to be across the street. And so it's kind of expanding our footprint, and we need to be able to have a public safety plan so that we know the size and scope of the event. And again, there's a tremendous tragedy at a Christmas parade in Waukesha yesterday, and
Waukesha, yeah.
5 people are dead. So
Yeah.
is it Waukesha? I'm sorry, I only live in St. Paul.
Waukesha. Yep.
So Midwest
it
is not
was-
my forte, but I can
No, it
pronounce
was a horrible thing last night that happened.
Yeah, and so the city's done a really good job of getting the appropriate barriers. As we all know, those sandwich boards don't stop anything. So if we can have a map that's got the updated sites to see, that'd be helpful for our planning.
Okay, we don't actually have anything on the map, because it's just the same drive-through, so it wasn't affecting any of the traffic. I mean, I can draw up a little thing. Maybe if I made a listing for you, is that what you want? Do you think that?
Well,
would be-
yeah, so what we're trying to do, so not only for this event, but for all events moving forward. So like the cruise is a good example. Like when we say, hey, we need to know where the bathrooms are. We need to know where propane tanks are for vendors. We need to know all these things, and we build them up. So next year it's less work for everybody, because we can say, how close to last year's plan are we? But we know specific sites. So if I have an officer downtown that says, hey, I need help at the fire truck, those of us that are in the incident command post can say, hey, incoming units, this is where you need to go. Because if we don't know where the fire truck is, so that would be helpful for us.
Okay, I'll just create a little drawing kind of thing, right? Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah, if you create me a drawing, what we will do is we'll have the guys in Public Works do a CAD overhead, and then we can put points of interest, and that way we can say this is where this is and this is where that is. And we have a good way of determining where problems might be, where we might need to deploy people, and if we have problems, we can bring them in. And it gives us a good way to look at the event afterwards, so we can serve you guys better next year by having a fuller picture of what actually happened.
It won't look like this next year. Trust me on that, you guys.
I hope so.
This is all thrown together to try to have some little thing. And
Sure.
as far as last minute, yeah, when I found out that the bank wasn't going to be decorating as fully as they had in the past, we had to get creative. We've got a lot of dead space down there. So
Sure.
That's how it came about, that I just went over to the RV place and said, hey, can you let us use one? And they said, yes. So, as far as the fire truck, it's going to be sitting, and I'll just describe it to you so you know, it's going to be sitting at 640 Bay Street in that lot. It will be off the street, and it will be decorated. No people will be with it. So,
Sure.
what I'm saying is,
But I mean, we know that this is going to attract pedestrians, even if we are not hoping that it will. And again, it just gives us a better situational awareness of where we might have gatherings of people.
right, okay, but I'm just letting you know that's, so it won't be on the street.
Right.
And as far as that RV, it's actually going to be pull up as far as we can so it doesn't interfere with any kind of traffic. And we got the skinniest one we could that could accommodate our Santa family.
Great.
So anyway, yeah, I'll make a little list for you of the things that I can think of. Otherwise, it is just all, the traffic moving through. And you've seen the map. You've seen the updated map that we actually had that came from Public Works.
Yep.
Whereas the traffic is going by Kathy's office downtown and then coming out onto Bay Street, taking a right onto Bay Street, heading over to the boat launch area, and then making a U-turn and kind of coming back through town again.
Yep.
So there's that. Let's see. The trees all have been sponsored. Oh, Kathy, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, on the parking, you guys want us to not have people parking in the first row because then we don't
Yes.
have people backing into the flow. Can we
Yeah.
get Public Works to bring a barrier down to put a no parking on that first row? And then I'll put signage and flyers too, but I think it might be helpful.
Okay. I'll make a list of the things we should be doing. So Public Works and
They've done that before, to just put during this event, no parking. And that way it's really clear to people and it gives us a little more teeth in enforcing it.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. We got that.
And then we're okay having that fourth row, correct? To
Yes.
swap them out?
Yep,
Okay.
that was all approved. Okay. The tree will go on probably mid to late afternoon, and I'll work that out with Bill and everybody. We're going to be having chimes on the half hour. So from 5 to 8, they'll be playing every half hour. They'll be played at noon as well. So there'll be a lot of chime music. And Kathy, you talked about having sound systems or some kind of music, right?
We have music over at the boat launch in the display that we're putting up in the grassy area. And then we
Okay,
were looking at getting a sound system of some sort to pipe music in the grassy area in front of the marina and the restrooms. So I'm not sure what Brian came up with that, but that is the plan, to have music in those two areas.
okay. And I thought the chimes playing would just add a lot. I mean, sometimes it'll sort of interfere a bit, but not too much. It won't last that long, and it'll add to the ho 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 of the event, just to have some music and something going on. Let's see, anything else that we need to talk about right now? There's going to be a large ad going into the Portage Independent, and Janine has been updating the website, and that has the event maps on it and has more information about the routes and that kind of thing. So that's pretty much it. We don't have much else that is actually going on. A lot of the businesses downtown have been decorating like crazy. So you can see their beautiful displays, and it is looking really good. This week, what we'll do is, Janine, I'll get a listing of all the trees that haven't been decorated yet, so we can try to get people to get down there in the next few days to decorate. And I can also talk to the judging crew and have them hold off the judging a little bit too.
Okay.
Maybe have it next week early rather than this week.
Okay, perfect.
So that we get more people involved in the contest.
When is the judging? When was the judging supposed to be, Cindy?
It was supposed to be, I gave them a window this weekend.
Yeah,
next
that's what I
weekend.
thought. Okay.
Yeah, but you
Okay.
know what, Corinne, if we don't have enough trees completed, then we'll just wait till the beginning of next week.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
Yeah.
with-
And I forwarded several people who were interested in trees. I don't know if any of them followed up with you guys, but if you come up short, let me know, because I have a couple ideas. But
Okay, yeah, they're all sponsored, Corinne.
they are all sponsored. They just haven't decorated them then yet.
Yes, exactly.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
we'll work on letting everyone know that, to try to get them decorated. That is looking really sweet down there.
And
Yeah,
I logged on, but then I walked away. So you said something about there is a problem with lights on that block.
yes.
Okay.
We
Somebody told me our lights were on today though. So on my tree, I mean.
Okay, It had to do with not all of the lights in that one section being LED.
Okay.
So it was
Okay.
too large of a draw power
Mm,
and
yeah.
causing problems. So Bill was going to
Okay.
get down there and just double check on all of that.
Okay, good. Well, mine are LED, so, but that's one thing that I think kind of passes over people's heads. I know you really stressed it, but yeah, I don't
It's an old
think,
town.
yeah, yeah, so,
We're really
okay.
taxing the system. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, okay. All
Okay.
right, as long as my lights are on before they judge, otherwise, yeah, they can't choose me the winner.
Well, for me, I'm going to be down there later tonight, just taking an inventory of some of the trees,
Okay,
the
okay.
ones that still need to be decorated, and just to see what the lighting all looks like too.
Yeah, our second tree got decorated today, and Janine, I haven't forgotten, I owe you $50 for that second
Okay.
tree, so I'll get it too, I promise.
No worries. Thanks, Corinne.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Okay, let's see. As far as, this is just going over to the sand dollars and the rocks of cheer. We're not going to be distributing those until after this event, so we don't have people looking around for things. They can go out, right after the 4th to be hidden, but that will solve the problem with people looking around, trying to get their prizes and things. And I just have to clear it with the library. I think that we'll have the prizes over there. They're just trinket prizes, you guys. Little thises and that's that people can pull out of a big grab bag. They're all little wrapped things, but so Sharon, there were 75, right? Sand dollars?
Supposed to be. I haven't got them all back in yet, but there were supposed to be 75.
Okay.
The picture that I just emailed you is what Zoe did, and Mia has the rest. And there were 75 that I gave out. So whether or not I get all 75 back is going to be a good question, but I'll see them all on Friday when we decorate for the Santa breakfast.
Oh, okay. That's what we'll just put at that. There are 75 of those out there, including, painted rocks.
And additional Christmas rocks that I sent you pictures of.
Okay, cool. And I still have to clear it with Kathleen. I think we talked about it once, but I think that a pickup for those prizes, a good one, would be in the library. Just makes sense, I think. And we'll have a disclaimer on there. These prizes aren't going to be for teeny tiny kids. And I'll have to find out what the safety age would be, so we can just say not for children under, because these days you have to do all that stuff, right? Yeah. Okay.
You're saying after the 4th, can you be a little bit more specific, like the 5th, the next weekend, or what? Because we have to get it on the court's calendar.
The 5th?
That's on Sunday.
If whatever the closest time you can do after the Chimes and Lights actual event on the 4th would be best.
Okay, I'll check with Helene today and see what's on the schedule already for that weekend. And if not, then we'll plan for the 5th, unless I tell you otherwise.
Okay, good. And it will be up on the website, and we just needed to add some details after hearing from you.
Okay.
What to do with that. So we'll have that on there too. And then that's going to be something that individuals will do, separately. It won't be attracting crowds.
Yeah.
So we take care of that on that one. Let's see, is there anything else to tell any of you about? Does anybody else have questions? Kathy, yeah.
I just wanted to let you guys know that we turned the lighted boats into a rendezvous and not a public event. So there's going to be no public voting. It's just going to be a gathering. We have 33 boats scheduled to come in. And they're all going to be lit. So, but it's not going to be any kind of public voting event at all. It's just going to be for the boaters to gather on the dock.
Perfect. That's really nice. It'll be so nice to have that all out there too. So when people are driving by, all that reflective light on the water, beautiful. Perfect. Okay. That was a great solution, Kathy. Thank you. Next year we'll be voting again. Right?
Yeah.
One hopes. Let's see. I don't know what else needs to be said. Santa, like I said, is coming, and that will be Pat Oster with his wife. And they will be in the RV, just kind of doing their deal. Drinking hot chocolate, eating cookies. And it'll be just like a little peek into their North Pole home is the idea. We'll have lights around the truck. Oh, as I was saying earlier, actually, I found out that Kitsap Bank, this is news to me, is no longer going to be a branch bank. So given that information, they have made the decision not to decorate the way they have in the past. So the trees that they used to decorate along there will not be decorated. And they are going to decorate right along the bank itself in the shrubberies and that kind of thing. And I have yet to see anything out there. So I'm really hoping I'll talk to Shannon again soon. But I have a whole bunch of lights from an event I had this year. So my plan is to go down there next week, and where there's some dark spots, just put up lights. So I'll probably be running them maybe even along the fence by the bank. And I'm in contact with the bank and with the person that takes care of all of this. So we have permission to use power and they know what we're thinking. But I'll be putting lights along the fence or maybe wrapping some of those tree trunks and lights just to get some light in that area, just because that's a real dark area now that used to be sort of lit up. We'll see where the dark spots are, and we're going to just throw lights at everything. So that is pretty much it there. I think the big thing is the connect now with the transportation management firm and the police. I mean, we need to get all that information out. So Janine, if we can follow up with them and make sure that they are coordinating and letting everyone know, because I haven't heard anything. If Brandy's the one who's been the point of contact, I haven't heard and I don't know. I don't have information to give the police, and they're going to need it.
Yep, I will definitely follow up.
Okay, and what time they're going to get started with all of that. And I imagine too that they'll be in contact with Public Works. So we may just be out of the loop on that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay. I know that Bill was talking about getting signage out. So I do know that Public Works is going to be taking care of the signage. That was one part that we were going to have the responsibility for. And it seems like Bill's on top of everything right now. So we'll find that out and get that information out. Does anybody need to know anything else? Kathy, is all the decorating for you going well down there?
It is. I think we'll get our blow ups and stuff out probably, right after Thanksgiving that week. We just haven't put those out yet, but everybody's been busy putting lights on all the shrubbery and everything. So it'll be well lit. We're doing extra, so.
Just so we don't have a big storm between now and then, right?
Our lead mate, we even have a surprise. I'm not allowed to tell you what it is, but we have a new addition this year. So
Yay.
a big lighted display. So
Very cool.
It'll be cool.
Okay. Well, it was really happy news to have all of the trees sponsored. That's a very fun thing. We were a little worried about that in the beginning. It was a little bit slow to launch. So that's very cool. Wonderful. I'm wondering, Kathy, there is a derelict boat, I believe, out in the boat launch parking lot. Is that going to be gone by then, or is no?
We're hoping. We're getting bids now. We obtained custody. We had to pull it out because it was damaging the boat launch pier.
Sure.
And so we had to do an emergency custody process on that boat. And we obtained custody of it on the 28th of November. And so after that date, we are allowed to dispose of it. So we're looking at what process we're going to do, whether it be get a large dumpster and an excavator, because it has been defueled by Department of Ecology. So we might go that direction, or we might hire it out. We're not quite sure yet, but the goal is to have it gone before Chimes and Lights.
Oh, wonderful. Otherwise, we'll decorate it, pretend it's supposed to be there. Okay. Rita, do you have anything to add?
No, but downtown looked beautiful when we drove. I guess the lights must have been working before, we went down, but all the different lights on the trees looked so nice and it kind of felt like the holidays were getting close. So
Uh-huh. Okay, cool. I'll let you know, Rita, if there's anything I need help with.
yes, do. Please do.
I'll drag you along. We may be putting lights up, quite a few of them.
Yeah, do let me know.
Okay, I truly will. All right, and Corinne, everything is good down with the market and everything? I know she's busy downtown with the theater. She might not be there. We're on a phone call. Okay. All right. So Sharon, let's see, as far as connecting with you, you'll just take care of getting all of the sand dollars and the rocks that are decorated hidden. And will those all be downtown? Are we just going to do all of those downtown? We're not going to do anything else in other parks or anything? You're muted.
I think they should all be downtown,
Okay.
especially, along the marina waterfront where people walk, and I don't want the kids to put them in the trees or anything like that along Bay Street. A couple of them could be placed maybe by the containers, but all
Okay.
downtown.
We'll note that on the website then.
Okay,
Because, when we were talking about people painting rocks and things, we were suggesting parks, but we'll narrow that down to just the right of way downtown.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Cindy, I left my phone again. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do too many things here at once. But Kathleen should be getting the coloring contest stuff out this weekend.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I don't remember exactly what her plan was, but she was taking care of it, her in the library. So.
Well, you're going to also be helping the corner bike shop to do some window displays and such.
Us, Popsa?
I thought somebody helped them in the past.
Okay, it wasn't us, at least not the last couple of years. So.
Okay. I'll find out who did.
Yeah. So, but anything else the market's doing really isn't till later in December.
Yes.
But-
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I'm just gonna jump
We
in
are
real quick. Do you guys need anything more from the police?
No, I don't think so, you guys. I'll
Thanks,
get
everyone.
that info to you.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Thank you
Have a
for
great
your
night.
time.
Yep, bye.
Thank- Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. I was just going to mention, this is not Festival of Times and Lights, but we are kicking off, we do have a little bit of small business Saturday stuff this Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Okay. Yes.
And we're also kicking off a Downtown Dollars program again, like we did, similar to what we did last year, where customers are rewarded for shopping downtown. So.
It was,
And
Karina's really looking great down there, and boy, was it busy.
it's, that's the thing. I mean, I know we, it's, I don't know. We're telling people don't gather on the sidewalks, but there's people downtown shopping, and that's a good thing. So it's a tough situation. So,
well, it's really bustling, and
it is.
I'm encouraged. I was down there. And I was down there in the middle of the week, and I'm just going, wow, there were a lot of people in and out of the stores. Everything's looking so beautiful. It's actually.
Yep.
we were down yesterday putting up our tree, and there was a young couple that came by that stopped to visit. Last year, same exact identical scenario.
No.
This young couple comes up and says, where's a good place to eat? So we pointed, the bistro, the dock, and brick house. Let them take their pick. And so of course I step out and say, well, where are y'all from? And they said, well, we're from Renton. We're looking at moving over here to Port Orchard. We were just visiting a development area. Exact same thing last year. People came by, they're moving to Port Orchard. And I said, well, where are you moving from? And they said Renton.
Yeah. Well, Renton, of course, isn't downtown Seattle, but people are certainly escaping Seattle because it's such a mess.
He said, quote, I want to get out of the Seattle area.
Yeah. So, I don't even want to go over there.
I don't either.
Well, we're going to have to really watch our area, because after some of the emails we've gotten in the last couple of days, boy, we've got some issues too. Very close at hand here. So
Yeah,
not to be
well,
a Debbie Downer, but it's like, oh, wow,
yeah.
a lot of stuff. But excited about the theater getting fixed up. What a lot of work you've been doing lately. I can't even believe it. My
Bunches.
gosh.
Well, yeah, we were very lucky to get the 50,000 grant from Cowlitz right off the bat. That was a turnaround literally of 2 days, 2.5 days. We found
Wow.
out about it on Monday, had to have it in, the request in by Wednesday night, and knew on Thursday we got it, knew on Friday we were getting actually a little more than we asked for. So that's huge, because
Yeah.
the structural issues on that building are not to sneeze at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but
Right,
so yeah,
yeah.
we're moving forward, and we will be putting some stuff up on the marquee. I just talked to Josh about it today, my son. We'll mention the drive. I don't know the best way. I'll go look at your post, the best way to describe it. We'll try to put that up there. We want to use that marquee as much as we can for events. I had hoped he might get Santa breakfasts up there, Fathoms, Sharon, I mean, for Fathoms, but I don't know if that's going to happen before Thanksgiving. So,
Okay.
but we're going to use that marquee in the short term to help, promote community stuff. So
That's very cool. Thank you.
yeah.
And I Janine printed out some of the ads, the save the date ads, and we got those distributed, and we'll get some more printed with the bigger map on it. I've got a new ad that just was created today. It's very similar, but it has more map, a little more information. So we'll get those around to everybody.
Yeah, POPSA has a table at the market this Saturday for Shop Local for Small Business Saturday. They're just doing cocoa or something like that. Someone else is in charge of that. But if you have any to put down there on
Okay.
Saturday, that would be good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll bring that down.
Okay.
So thank you, everyone, for all your hard work. I mean, I'm hoping this is going to be okay. It's going to be what it's going to be.
Gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really appreciate everyone's working so hard on this. And you know what? I just have a feeling it's going to be very cool.
It is.
It really is. So we'll stay in touch. I'll try to send out something next week through Janine with any of the last minute information we have about times maybe for the RV coming in and some of that stuff. So we all know, obviously the police really need to have more information. It's just that it's been happening in the last minutes, we just find these things out. So I'll get that updated for everyone. But thank you, and we'll be back in touch. And good. So Sharon, I have a photo from you with the.
Yes, I sent you 3 pictures.
Okay.
And then I sent you also some pictures of the girls painting the rocks in my garage with all my racks of junk.
That's okay. And you know what? We can maybe even crop a little. So it's just great to have. It just makes it so much more fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really does.
But if you can use them, go for it.
Oh, thank you. And big thanks to Janine for all the coordination. A lot of great work has been done in very little time. So Janine, the website looks great. Thank you so much. So, okay, this is kind of a touch base meeting, and we'll be back in touch. Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a
Cindy.
good Thanksgiving, everybody. Bye-bye.